This is the third battle in the semifinals of the blue tournament between TrolleyBoli and Achilles. We have a Hellenistic matchup with Syracuse against Athens, and both armies are similar with a few important differences. It looks like they both went for a main line of hoplites. For Syracuse we have 2 militia hoplites, then we have a mix of thorax hoplites and veteran hoplites, 2 slingers standard, 4 citizen cavalry, and a flank consisting of militia hoplites and 2 thorax swords, only 1 thorax sword on this side. For Athens we have 3 citizen cavalry, thorax swords, 1 chevron, also a front line of thorax hoplites. So the interesting thing about thorax hoplites is that thorax hoplites in phalanx will actually beat thorax swords due to their high armor piercing and their bonus against infantry when they are in phalanx. Also for Athens, some mercenary Thracian warriors could potentially do a lot of damage if they're able to rear charge. Chevron on this militia hoplite. Quite funny. And we have 1 strategist general for Syracuse, and we have a commander general. For Athens, morale is generally not going to be a problem with these lines of thorax and veteran hoplites. 65 morale is very good. Here it looks like the citizen cavalry might get caught out of position, might eat the charge, and they are just turned around, but they are going to eat the charge, take some casualties. But if the Syracusan citizen cavalry isn't careful, it's going to get wrecked by Thracians. But it pulls back, got 2 kills basically for free, which is nice. Nothing major, but it's nice. Here we have the slingers starting to fire on the thorax hoplites. Not going to do a whole lot against thorax hoplites, but it is annoying. Citizen cavalry moving in to do something less shitty with their lives and get some skirmishers. And this is very safe for cavalry because there are no precursor javelins here.
Riders, advance!
So this is kind of like barbarian sword spam, only with hoplites. It's infantry spam. But in tournaments you do what works, and strong infantry works.
Riders, at the double! Advance at speed!
Bit of tango here with the citizen cavalry in the front. Athens going wide. Obviously Athens wants to use the Thracians to flank around. In a straight up engagement they're not going to do too well against thorax hoplites, but if they get into the rear of a unit they're going to absolutely wreck it.
At speed! Orders understood!
So splitting up a bit here, keeping a holding force in the center and then going around on each flank, but Syracuse being wise to it and just deploying further and further back. This citizen cavalry could get wrecked, but it's pulling back.
Orders understood!
Syracuse might want to skirmish before the main engagement starts. Just fast forward until we have some engagements here. There we are. Nope. Citizen cavalry rushing in, but then they decided they didn't want that engagement. Thorax swords moving up could get a javelin volley off on this citizen cavalry. And air throw. Citizen cavalry moving into the center, being chased away by another citizen cavalry. Back and forth. Bit more fast forward. And again, citizen cavalry being used just to chase away skirmishers so they're not able to fire for an extended period of time, which is a good idea. Let's see if this is actually doing any damage. Well, it is doing hit point damage, obviously, so doing damage like this while you're not getting kills could start to matter once melee engagement starts, because one side could start dying faster due to having taken hit point damage prior to the engagement. Citizen cavalry rushing for the center could potentially stop a lot of charges from happening, but we have a few citizen cavalry units incoming trying to stop, and the opposite is happening on the other side. Citizen cavalry rushing in to stop charges. If the follow-up happens fast enough, that might be really effective. If the follow-up is too slow, it's not really going to do much at all. Here we have the Thorax Opertes crashing into Thorax Opertes. Over here as well we have Thorax Swords. They're going to wreck the Militia Opertes, but there is Thorax Sword in support. And here comes the Thracians in, and they're going to do so much damage here. If they indeed make it into combat. In the center we have a clusterfuck of an engagement. Both citizen cavalry units dying without really doing much. They did block some charges, but citizen cavalry are not going to get huge kills against infantry. Nice job here using the slingers to fire at the mercenary Thracians. The Thracians are getting kills, but they are dying so quickly to missiles. 0 missile block chance, 0 chance of surviving a missile engagement. Very nice charge here against citizen cavalry to stop them from making it into the slingers. There is this unit, but it looks like that might die very, very soon. It's hard to see what's... I mean, in these different engagements, it looks like Athens is winning on the flanks here. Has stronger forces in the center. About even here. Athens might start turning these engagements by rear charges. The skirmishers of Syracuse are a massive wildcard, because if all the citizen cavalry from Athens dies, these 3 slingers can do so much work in the late game, and there aren't a lot of citizen cavalry units left now for Athens. But Athens is doing well in the infantry engagements overall. But this could be massive. Here comes Militia Hoplites into the backs of Thorax Swords. Let's see if they hit the mercenary Thracians in the rear. Nope, they do not. But they could break up these Thorax Swords here.
Charge by your command. Riders at the double.
Very important charge incoming from the Thorax Hoplites. The mercenary Thracians are getting nice kills, but they have taken so much skirmish fire. Now Syracuse has quite a few units free. Should be able to win here against the Thorax Swords due to attacking them in the rear. The Athenian general is doing well for himself over here, but he is taking skirmish fire. These slingers, very nicely done bringing them. And just getting this one militia, this one Thorax Hoplite into the engagement could just break up this entire flank that Syracuse was losing. Yeah, these Thorax Swords are not going to hold for long. And now it does not look good for Athens here. All of these units free are going to start pouring into the engagements. Athens still doing a good job over here though. Mercenary Thracians, these mercenary Thracians have gotten a lot of kills. Still a lot of men left in the unit. These 2 units should be able to win. Oh, another rear charge into the Thorax Hoplites. Should break anytime soon, and yeah, this miracle would need to happen for Athens to pull this one off. Still slingers left, still doing damage. These mercenary Thracians, very tired, they're going to be slow. This is a hot map, of course, so it's going to fatigue the units significantly. The units that have been fighting for this long, they're going to be tired, while these slingers are fresh, so it's going to be very hard to kite, or I mean very easy to kite with the slingers, should it come to that, but it looks like Syracuse is doing very well in these engagements anyway. Like over here, this Thracian warrior is going to do so much damage to the thorax opertes, but then it gets hit by citizen cavalry, but even citizen cavalry is going to hurt the Thracians on the charge, only 46 morale for them. But citizen cavalry needs to be careful because they can get absolutely destroyed by, and you're seeing it happening now. The citizen cavalry is getting destroyed by this unit of Thracians, but the Thracians broke. They are breaking due to army losses, and this means that TrolleyBoli defeats Achilles 3-0. TrolleyBoli advances to the finals in the tournament. Achilles is going to be in the bronze finals. Two similar armies, but ironically, the army with the weaker infantry won in this instance. We had 2 Thracians, 4 swords, 2 mercenary veterans, up against only 7 hoplites, 2 militia hoplites and 3 thorax swords, so very similar, but these skirmishers and the extra cavalry unit was very useful for Trolley, and Trolley used his citizen cavalry to good effect. To as good effect as you can expect from citizen cavalry anyway. So good game to both players. Good luck to Trolley in the finals. Good luck to Achilles in the bronze finals. Strength and honor.